What time is it? I don't know. How do I know what time it is and like what I need to do? When should I write my book? Like what time of day do I do that? Or when should I shoot my video for AuthorTube? I got you covered. I got you covered. That was like the most random intro, but I'm still just gonna go with it. What is up, you guys? Brooke here. My girl Bethany Atazadeh and I, she's a fellow author-tuber. If in case you don't know who she is, but you probably already know who she is, we have done a collab video together where we are talking about Google Calendars. We're kind of like going over the calendar blocking of how it all works and how it all, like how we do our own Google Calendars. She is going to be showing her side of things of where she is going to be displaying her calendar blocking for her work week as an author, a full-time author, and I'm going to be showing you guys how I work around my full-time job while also getting stuff done as an author and an author-tuber. Both ways, how she does her thing and how I do my thing with Google Calendars, they work for both of us. And I like how we do things different, but that's the beauty of both of us doing this collab together, because she's going to be able to show her way of doing things and I'm going to be showing my way of doing things, and it's just going to be a good old jolly time. So if you'd like to see how Bethany organizes her way of doing things as a full-time author, go check out her video. It's going to be in the box below if you want to check out the link. And then keep watching to see how I organize my time around my part-time author, full-time worker bee schedule. So that way you can kind of get an idea on how I make the magic happen, even though I feel like I do need a little bit more fairy dust in my life to make author life happen. But things get done this way for me, and I like this new way of how I've made everything out to look and how I've made everything out to be. And so yeah, I really like how everything is on my calendar, and I'm gonna show you what that looks like now. Okay guys, so this is what my calendar looks like. This is what every week looks like for me. I don't have really anything that is changed because I try to block out everything, and I just try to have everything be very simple because I don't like to detail out every little thing that happens in my life. I like to try and keep it simple and clean. Oh my gosh, simple and clean. That reminds me of Kingdom Hearts. Oh wow, I just totally had like a nostalgic moment right there. But anyway, moving on. But let me go to the week that I know I have spaced out where everything is empty and everything is just ready to be played with, to show you all examples of how I go about making an actual blocking schedule. So let's start off our first week on April 1st, and it's a Monday. So I'm going to click on, let's say I want to get up at 6 in the morning. I will click once, and you can either add in a sweet little short title like "Wake Up" and write exclamation points. Yeah. So you can do this, and you can do this really, really easy, really quick, just like that. Or if you wanted to get more detailed with this and make things a little bit different besides just this one-time booking a calendar thing, you're going to double click this, and it's going to take you to this new little page here where you can kind of play with this a little bit more. If you liked how I had all of my blocks on my calendar be color-coded, you can click on this, and if you wanted to color-code something to where you are waking up at this time and you want it to be pink, then there you go, there's pink. And if you want to have it to where it will be repeated on a weekly basis, where every Monday you're doing this, or if you want to have it to where you are customizing it to where every single weekday of the week you wake up at that time, you will click that and it will appear. So I'm clicking on that and it will be pink and it says "Wake Up and Write." I am ready to save, and that is where we're going to be waking up at. Now let's say I have work at 9 o'clock. Let's say work and save. So let's say I have work at 9 o'clock and I'm going to, and I want to just easily move it. I don't want to have to like go into full details of like going into that big huge box thing. You can drag, oh crap, I did it too long. You can drag it over to the 5 o'clock because most people are 9 to 5. So that is where you start to work at. But let's say you want to wake up and write at this time at 6 o'clock to 7, and you also want to shoot a video and be really productive in the mornings before you go to work. I'm going to double click this and say shoot video for AuthorTube. Woo! And I'm wanting that color to be green. Right now you have it where it is not repeating, it is not recurring at this moment. You're gonna click on this and say custom. And you will choose your week, you will choose your days of the week right here. You can have it be Monday, Wednesday, Friday, and done, and save. And there you go, Monday, Wednesday, Friday, right there. So this is kind of your way of building up stuff. And also, by the way, if you wanted to notify yourself, like especially if you were leaving for work and you wanted a notification to pop up on your phone, like, hey, alert me before it's actually time for me to like leave for work, you can like have it notify you 30 minutes before it actually hits that time on the calendar. So that way it's a nice alert to let you know, hey, get out of here, you gotta get going. And it's going to alert me 30 minutes prior. Sometimes you can have it to where it's not going to alert you anything and you can make it 0. So there you go, 0 to hero, and you can make it to where it's all events will be affected right there. And so anyway, so now we're starting to kind of build this up really nicely. I'm really liking this. So I think you're kind of getting the idea here. You're able to build up your week like this. And if you stick to this type of schedule, you're able to customize your whole life this way to where you're able to keep track of your time. You're able to know what your time is going into. And that way you're also getting alerts on your phone saying, hey, you need to wake up and write, or hey, you need to do some yoga, or hey, you need to go eat some food so that way you can write some more later. It's just kind of a great way to go about having your life having a plan. So yeah, this is how I work with things, me being a full-time worker and also trying to have writing be a part-time thing as well. Writing and also having this YouTube channel that I have here. So that way I can fit everything into my schedule. Sometimes it will be crazy and sometimes things aren't going to go according to plan, but at least you have a plan in mind. At least you have an idea of what's going to go down, of what's going to happen, and you kind of are already expecting what your day is going to look like. This is my personal calendar here. I have things like this because this fits for me and how I like things to look and how I like my schedule to be. On Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays, those are my for sure days that I am waking up early to write. And then on Tuesdays and Thursdays, I do show that I do have that option if I want to, because right here I say write because you're inspired. But before that, I do have it where it says sleep because you're tired. So I can kind of choose what I want to do. I can either sleep in or I can write during that time zone. So that is what those blocks are for. And then of course I have getting ready for work or leaving work, and then I will have my workout schedule right here. And then Wednesdays are my days where I am declaring that I will be shooting videos for my YouTube channel. And then Tuesday's a little different too, because after a workout I will go over and visit with family. That is my designated family time. Yeah, you get the gist of it. You kind of will designate time for certain things, like how on Mondays and Thursdays, those are my for sure designated time of where I will be waking up and writing that day in the morning, and then I will also be writing that night, and that is what I will be doing. And I also give myself the option to, if I wanted to write some more after I write, or to edit a video after I write. It kind of depends on how I'm feeling that day, because I don't want to make it to where I'm forcing myself to do something if I'm not in the mood for it. Even though I do make myself do something, but I don't want to be forcing myself to do something all the live long day. So that way I do get a choice of relaxing or writing or editing videos or doing something with AuthorTube or whatever. I do have Wednesdays looking a little bit different than the other days, not just because I shoot videos on Wednesdays after work, but because I do live streams sometimes on Wednesdays. I do live streams where I do write-ins on my channel every 2 weeks. Sometimes I will do write-ins in the early morning at 5 in the morning, but I do have to get up early in order to shoot that live stream, so I have to wake up at 4, so that's why this is there. And then later on in the evening, after I shoot videos and after I eat dinner, I will have a possible live stream that night. And so at nighttime, that is whenever my live stream starts. It's at 7:30, but I do have it starting at 7:15, just so that way I can kind of get myself set up with like my lights in my apartment or other things that I want to set up before I do start shooting the live stream. So that's why that's also different. And that one too is because live streams are a big part of my life and I have to schedule around them. Weekends I feel like are more so all over the place. I kind of do my own thing. I will get lots of stuff done. I will write, I will shoot and edit videos, and I will visit friends, and I will visit family as well on the weekends, but I don't want those things to be a recurring calendar blocking item on my schedule, because it's just kind of like, why bother to try and make everything so calendar blocky whenever things are always going to be changing. Things are always going to be just like miscellaneous and stuff on the weekends, so I just rather not calendar block the weekends. But anyway, that is my week for being an author and also for working. This is how I schedule time for everything. So, like I said, sometimes things don't always go according to plan, but you do have to have some sort of game plan in order for the magic to happen, right? So yeah, this is how I make the magic happen, and that is because I have scheduled everything out. So that was my Google Calendar. What did you all think? Anything that makes you realize, yeah, I need to kind of do something like this? Or do you have your own way of going about your own work week? Do you do like a normal calendar in a journal or something? Once again, be sure to check out Bethany Atazadeh's video below, because it is really interesting to see how a full-time author will compare from a part-time author. But if you like this video, feel free to give me a big thumbs up below, and also feel free to subscribe, because I post writing-related content every week here. And y'all should totally follow me on social media, or you can find me at _Brooke Passmore. You can find me there on Twitter and Instagram. And thank you all so much for stopping by today, and I will see you next time.